Now the starting lineups for both teams are presented by Toyota. For the Knicks at 20 and 21, Aaron Aflalo, the former Portland Trailblazer, the rookie Kristaps Porzingis, Robin Lopez, Langston Galloway, and Jose Calderon. For head coach Derek Fisher in his second season with the New York Knicks after an 18-year playing career. Grizzlies come in having won 7 of their last 8 on the home floor, 22 and 19 on the season. And Dave Yeager shuffles the deck with regards to the Grizzlies starting lineup tonight. They'll go with Tony Allen, Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Courtney Lee, and Mario Chalmers for head coach Dave Yeager, 3 times NBA Coach of the Month. A reminder that Artisan is the official flooring partner of the Grizzlies and FedEx Forum. They also bring us Rob Fisher's sideline reports.
You mentioned Mario Chalmers back in the starting lineup tonight, 25 points against the Pistons on Thursday night, and Mario scored the last 7 of that game, including the game winner. He said it was good to get a shot like that and to have it go in for my team. Now, Zach Randolph said Mario's definitely fitting in. He doesn't back down, and that's what I like about him. He's a tough player. He's shooting the ball really well, playing with a lot of confidence. A champion, and that's what we need. 17.6 per game with Mike Conley out of the lineup. With Mario starting, Grizzlies are 3-1.
Tonight's game on the American Forces Network, being watched by our armed forces around the world, on land and on ships at sea. And to all those who wear the uniform, our thanks for your service. We hope you enjoy tonight's ballgame. Grab night, as you know, we have 3 officials.
And they showed up on time.
They have been assigned by the NBA. Ron Garrett's in his 29th season, 11 finals games in his career. Brent Barnaky is in his 6th season. Curtis Blair is in his 9th. Curtis Blair was actually drafted by the Houston Rockets out of Richmond, former Richmond Spider. He had played professionally overseas, but never in the NBA. Grizzlies have it first, wearing the Memphis Sounds uniforms tonight. Gasol, an open look. The rebound to Aflalo. Knicks last played on Wednesday, losing at Barclays Center to Brooklyn, 110-104. Shot just 45%. The Nets shot 52%. Porzingis. Lopez flares out and hits.
Well, I won't cheer too much for the old Stanford grad, Robin Lopez, but you see the skill set of Porzingis, able to put the ball on the floor and create plays for his teammates.
Lee on the pitch out. Chalmers works against Jose Calderon. Gasol ties the game.
Something that Mario Chalmers has done a good job of since coming here, probing onto the interior and then be able to find shooters on the outside.
Talking about finding shooters defensively as Porzingis misses there. You've got Jose Calderon shooting 43% from beyond the arc. Grizzlies average 96 a game. They give up 99. Randolph the jab step in the make, and the Grizzlies have their first lead.
They got to attack Calderon, pick and roll situations. And also see if you get Marc Gasol rolling to the paint. We're going to use his strength against Porzingis, who is foul prone.
Grizzlies won both games against New York last season. It was a disastrous season for the Knicks, only 17 wins. At one point, they went 1-26.
You know, that was a style change. They were trying to figure out how to run the triangle. A bunch of young players running in and out of that system. Just couldn't get it going. And here, Zach Randolph does a good job. He likes to start games out jab step. His defender does not respect the jump shot. He continues to knock him down.
Just 3.3 on the 24. Aflalo flares out. His leaner dances off. And rebound, last touch by Lopez, and the Grizzlies get it back with a fresh 24. Knicks average 99 a game. They give up 100 a game. They have won 5 of their last 7. But they've lost their last 2 on the road. Porzingis guards Gasol. And Marc hits the hook.
That's what I said. I'd like to see Marc do a little bit of work down in that low position, because Porzingis has the length and the reach, but not the strength right now.
He blocks about 2 shots a game. And a baseline run and a foul. Langston Galloway will go to the line on a Courtney Lee foul.
There, see Marc Gasol here does a good job. Gets the spin to the baseline and does a good job of getting away with a travel to get that little jump hook to go down.
Langston Galloway at the free throw line. He has struggled offensively here in the month of January. Just 5.5 points a game, 7.5 for the season in his second season out of St. Joseph's.
He's one of those guys that they consider to be a scorer out on the wing, shoots threes after he gets himself going. And then they talked about him moving into the starting point guard role for Calderon, but with the Carmelo Anthony injury, he plays alongside Calderon to start.
Drops in both free throws. Well, Derek Williams is going to come off the bench. He tied his career high with 31 Wednesday at Brooklyn. Grizzlies, of course, off that two-point victory over Detroit. Lee on a step through, trying to find Randolph in a crowd. They pitch it out. Tony Allen on a slash. Randolph with 5 to shoot. The crossover, he sends it and scores it. Big fella feeling it when he crosses over and lines it up. 2 for 2 for Randolph.
So he got his new haircut, looked like he's back in his Michigan State days. We let him know back then he put the ball on the floor with moves also.
Lopez, who played for Portland last year, works against Gasol, and Mark blocked it. Chalmers picked up by Galloway. 3 gone by first quarter. Gasol, yes! Grizzlies come out hot. They have hit 5 of their first 6.
You don't hold good players down. Marc Gasol starting to come out of his shooting slump more and more, shooting the ball better here as of late.
Averaged 19 and a half the last 2. Porzingis has 3-point range, as you can see. Porzingis shooting 33% from beyond the arc, averages 14 and 8 boards with 2 blocks. And he's having his best offensive month in January. Randolph on the attack. Got his own miss, baked it in and was fouled.
Tony Allen was able to keep that first shot alive to get Zach Randolph that shot. But you see here, the first one, Zebo, little crossover, step back to the jump shot. And defense say that they hang their hats on the defensive end. So a great block there with Marc Gasol and Lopez. Zebo here stays with the play. See Tony Allen there, gets a hand in to get it back to Zebo, feels the contact, knocks it down.
Brothers from another mother have all 13 Memphis points. Foul was on Lopez, his first. Galloway, leaner won't go. Rebound to the baseline. Grizzlies lose it, and Calderon lines up a 3. Long rebound, Tony Allen. Tony on a slalom, going to go to the cup against Porzingis. The Knicks team that is last in the league in fast break scoring, and Porzingis with a running hook.
And with the size that he has, once he extends, not too many guys in this league will be able to contest his shot attempts.
Randolph and Lopez, Grizzlies like the matchup. That time Lopez wins it with a block. And Galloway, good foot speed. Grizzlies lead down to 2.
One thing for Zebo is once he makes that move, he'll move.
And a foul on Lopez, that'll be his second.
And with Zach Randolph, he makes that move on Lopez, he has to get to the other side of the rim to allow the rim to shield him from the defense of Lopez. Was here, Tony Allen taking it to the body of Lopez, and that little swipe there should get him some time on the bench.
Tony was averaging about 12 a game. Detroit just 2 in that contest. But he's had 14 steals, Brevin, over the last 5 games.
He's back. He feels healthy. Says his legs are under him. He wanted to get back to being the first team all defense what he has played over his career. And he has dedicated himself on both ends of the floor.
Kyle O'Quinn, the former Orlando Magic, is in for the first time tonight. And Randolph 1 of 2. I beg your pardon, Tony Allen 1 of 2. Illegal screen, says Curtis Blair.
Offensive foul.
It's on O'Quinn.
I think Derek Fisher would have liked to have been able to go to his bench and put in a Derek Williams, or even to be able to go to a Lance Thomas. But because of the size that Memphis has in the game, he has to go to O'Quinn. Not as good of an offensive player, but physically gives them what they need inside.
He was known as a hustle guy in Orlando. Tony Allen, a wraparound behind the back. Gasol against Porzingis. Double comes from Galloway. Gasol, it's on the floor, and a jump ball called with 2.8 remaining on the 24.
Mark has to know that once you start to get multiple dribbles, you have to expect a double team to come, especially when he has the physical mismatch that he has with Porzingis.
And if the Grizzlies win it, it's a very, very short shot clock.
If Mark can jump with his left, he can bat this almost. Now Aflalo finally moves, so he has to hit it here between Courtney Lee and Tony Allen.
Taps it toward the bucket. Randolph misfires on the hook.
Nice play, really.
It was.
Nice tap.
It was well executed off the tap, but Randolph couldn't hit. Zach's 3 of 6 to start. Porzingis.
Zach Randolph can't be engaged with O'Quinn away from the ball, that he allows that roll with no defensive effect there.
Chalmers drew the foul. He will go to the line. Good attack by the Grizzlies. Foul on Porzingis. And I was watching the video the other night of when Porzingis was drafted and all the Knicks fans booed. They thought this is a terrible, terrible pick. Give credit to Phil Jackson. He believed that that skill set would serve the Knicks well.
You see me with my hand raised? I was one of those guys.
You were booing?
Oh, it's just saying, not as much booing because the Knicks aren't my team, but saying, who was this kid? Where was he going to be good? I can tell you this much. You can say it again. Phil Jackson and his staff have found a diamond in the rough. You see there, just the touch. He shot a 3, so I put the ball on the floor to a floater, and that time being able to set a screen, roll, locate where the pass is coming from, and finish. It's nice for a young player.
Young, just 20 years of age, 3 years playing in the Spanish League. Calderon finds an opening and hits.
He's only averaged 8 points this year. A better scorer that has not taken a lot of shots, but is still one of the best in the game at mid-range jump shots.
Got to exploit him defensively. Chalmers tries to, sets up Gasol. Knicks a chance to reclaim the lead. They have hit 6 of 11. Porzingis had it stripped, got it back, flipped it up and in and drew the foul.
This kid's good. He is exciting, crafty. Stayed with that play to get the three-point opportunity.
Guard skills and a 7-3 body. And the Knicks with the lead, 17-16. Porzingis with a game-high 9 and a free throw coming when we return. Check out the Campbell Clinic injury report. Sprained right ankle, not playing tonight. Lee Anthony early, may have read, shot in an altercation. Knee injury to him, and he hopes to be back at some point this season. Brandon Wright, Jordan Adams out with knee injuries. Mike Conley, the sore Achilles. Jarrell Martin with the bone bruise to the foot. Talked to Mike Conley before the game. He remains pretty optimistic that it'll be sooner rather than later. That's because I talked to Mike Conley, not because I talked to the medical staff. I don't know. Their thoughts may diverge there.
Yeah, but Mike talked about it. The swelling is now down enough so that they can start to do better rehab and treatment of the area where the soreness is.
You will expect the Knicks to make their free throws tonight. They're the only team above 80% in the NBA. They lead the league in free throw shooting, and the Knicks back to the 2-point lead. Tony Allen is out. Jeff Green is in, as is Matt Barnes. And foul called. That'll put the Knicks over the foul limit. Foul on O'Quinn. So both centers for the Knicks with 2 fouls apiece. Lance Thomas, 6'8", in his 5th season out of Duke, will check in.
And I think Coach Fisher will be fine if O'Quinn picks up the fouls instead of it being Lopez or Porzingis. No situation.
Porzingis goes to the bench as Thomas comes in. O'Quinn guards against Gasol. Spun him to the baseline and put it in.
Mark loves to feel when the defender is leaning. As they lean, he spins. That's why he's able to get that easy layup.
Gasol with 8. Calderon. He can still shoot it. Spanish national team teammates going at it one-on-one.
I think his production is down because he's trying to be a team guy. He's trying to get everybody involved, learn the system. He's just not the Toronto Calderon as Mark airballs that jump hook.
Dave Yeager pleading for a foul call. Calderon is all by his lonesome in the right corner. Now off the curl. Aflalo for three. Rebound Gasol. Aflalo, like Lopez, coming over from Portland. A busy free agent signing summer for the Knicks. Defensive 3-second call against Kyle O'Quinn, and the Grizzlies will shoot the technical free throw here.
Not the greatest step here early for Kyle O'Quinn.
Well, Brevin, you said it in the keys to the game. Scoring in the paint is where the Grizzlies should have an advantage. It's 6-6 at the moment.
And during this little 4-game win streak that they have over this Knicks team, they're plus 98 points in the paint. It was an area that they can continue to go to with this lineup on the floor. Not a great defensive rebounding team for the Knicks. So once shots go up, see if Memphis can get extra possessions by hitting the glass.
The Grizzlies have won the last 4 in the series and 6 of the last 7. Jeff Green finds an opening and laces it. Jeff Green, great bounce back game against Detroit. 16-point shot, 6 of 10. After 2 very poor games.
A better effort in that last game against the Pistons for Jeff.
Aflalo fades and hits.
He's a guy that they'll lean on along with Porzingis while Carmelo Anthony continues to get better.
Grizzlies are fine offensively, but not getting stops. Knicks have hit 9 of 15, shooting 60%. That one by Green won't go. Foul going to be called on Lance Thomas, and Jeff to the line for a pair.
This Memphis team, tend to find their defensive mojo as the game goes along. See there, Jeff Green getting to a sweet spot and knocking down that jumper.
Derek Williams in for the first time tonight, replacing Langston Galloway. Williams tying his career high with 31 Wednesday at Brooklyn. Carmelo Anthony not playing tonight, 13th in the league, averaging 21.5 points per game. Knicks 0-3 when he does not play. Thomas with a drive and a foul on Jeff Green. 2 free throws coming for the former Dookie.
He's expanded his game to where he is shooting threes out to the corner, but also doing a better job there. Sort of pump fake, put the ball on the floor. A lot more offensive minded these last couple seasons for Lance Thomas.
One of only 6 Knicks returning from last year. Knicks added Porzingis and Jaren Grant via draft out of Notre Dame, and 6 free agents of Aflalo, Lopez, O'Quinn, Kevin Serafin. Sasha Vujacic is back in the league, and Derek Williams.
So Vujacic, one game I was watching, and he checked in, and I had to think, was that a brother, or was this really Sasha back? Where has he been?
Still the machine. 6 lead changes, 4 ties. Knicks by 1. Jeff Green missed the chippy. Good delivery by Barnes, but Green couldn't pay it off. Aflalo. O'Quinn was fouled, and he will go to the line on a Chalmers foul.
Weak side right now defensively has to do a better job of seeing the action away from them. So when guys cut to the basket, they can do a better job of clogging up that lane so that little pocket pass and bounce pass is not as easy of a play for the Knicks here as they keep going along.
O'Quinn 76% from the free throw line. Jaren Grant missed some time due to personal reasons, and it's good personal news. He and his girlfriend welcomed their first child, and Grant able to make it to Memphis in time for the game.
Long line of Grants there in that family that have done great things here in the league.
Nephew of Horace Grant, of course, won 4 titles playing for the Bulls, and Phil Jackson. Saul against O'Quinn. No double. Aflalo fakes the double. Gasol rolls through the lane and draws the foul.
Nice patience there by Marc Gasol. Started to go, saw the double team, bluffing, retreat dribble, and as Aflalo goes away, see the reach in there. Then he starts to attack. That means Aflalo is not in a good defensive position, forces him to foul.
And Gasol trying to score it with the left hand.
Yeah, when you hear the whistle, you got to get into the basket. You want to see, first off, ensure that you're going to get 2 free throws. You never know. You just get it up there. It may go in.
Last year, Gasol averaged 17.5 and 8 boards against the Knicks. Grizzlies won both in Memphis 105-83 and at Madison Square Garden 103-82. Langston Galloway comes in. Aflalo sits. Gasol 1 of 2 from the line. Grizzlies 8 of 10 here in the period.
Nice to get 10 free throws though here early on.
Yes, it
shows
has,
aggressiveness.
It has helped. Grizzlies have done a good job attacking.
They'll find their defensive footing as this game goes along.
Thomas loses his footing and throws up a desperation shot. That's tipped out and an unfortunate bounce for the Grizzlies. And Derek Williams is fouled.
I think it was multiple Memphis players fighting for that defensive rebound that fell into the Knicks' hands.
Good hustle by the Grizzlies works against them.
After the home of a civil rights attorney was bombed in Nashville, Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about demonstrating through nonviolence.
The 14th annual Martin Luther King Jr. celebration game presented by FedEx and associate sponsor Coors Light is Monday. Grizzlies host the Pelicans at 1:30. Arrive early for the pregame ceremony featuring this year's recipients of the National Civil Rights Museum Sports Legacy Award presented by FedEx. Jalen Rose, Spencer Haywood, and Tamika Catchings. Spencer and Tamika are on hand tonight watching the game. There will also be a very special halftime performance featuring R&B and soul phenom Leon Bridges presented by Mid-South Ford dealers. For more information or for tickets, 901-888-HOOP, the FedEx One box office, or Grizzlies.com. Let's check in with Rob Fisher.
Well, Dave Yeager not happy with the defensive effort so far here in this game. He said too many pick and pops, layups. They're getting anything they want right now offensively. We have nobody in the paint, and we've just been watching the ball. We've got to start guarding somebody. Knicks shooting 56%, out-rebounding the Grizzlies 11-6.
And this is a Knicks team that is dead even in terms of rebounding margin. Grizzlies are on the minus side, and Williams makes 2 free throws. Williams hit 9 of 11 free throws at posting 31 in the loss at Brooklyn. Knicks their largest lead of the night at 27-24. Grizzlies, Brevin, only 3 of 9 shooting in the paint.
They have to do a better job of concentrating on shots in the paint, but also have to do a better job of attacking the offensive glass. Only 1 offensive rebound.
Carter. Elliott Williams tried to tap it in. Grizzlies with Gasol, Barnes, Jeff Green, Carter, and Elliott Williams.
But it's all got to happen initially on the defensive side. Pick up their energy, attention to detail. Get out and run a little bit here early.
O'Quinn was 7 to shoot. Thomas lost it, got it back, and a rebound to Barnes. Bullet pass, Gasol, pretty play.
Dave Yeager said it the other night. The one thing that they missed with Matt Barnes, yes, the energy and defense, but they missed his entry passes, the best entry passer of his wings.
O'Quinn spots up. Rebound to Elliott Williams. Grizzlies a chance for the lead.
They can't allow Lance Thomas to put 2 hands in the chest of Marc Gasol as he's trying to run down the floor.
Bad pass, threw it right to Williams. Jeff Green is back. And he just lost it out of bounds. Jeff Green stood his ground, and Williams loses it out of bounds.
See here, nice bullet pass away from the defense. Good hustle by Marc Gasol to get low post position. And Jeff Green did a good job. A lot of times defensively guys get back and just take a foul without trying to make a defensive stop. There, Jeff didn't foul. Made himself big, forced a turnover.
Grizzlies after a 6 for 7 start, 3 for their last 11. 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Kevin Seraphin in the game. Vince lets it fly and puts it in. First make for Vince tonight. Grizzlies have the lead back 28-27, our 7th lead change of the quarter.
And Vince playing more minutes here, and with the injuries that the Grizzlies have had, and it's been producing very well.
Serafin backs down against Gasol. Inside out, Grant's 3 well short. Rebound to the corner. Run down by Galloway. Serafin, former Washington Wizard. A second the difference, shot clock to game clock. Grant guards Elliott Williams. Carter against Thomas. On the deck, Vince goes and trying to draw a foul, got nothing out of it. 7 seconds remain. Knicks with a lead. Williams stripped, and Thomas comes away with it and puts it in. Jeff Green, good if it goes. And the Knicks match their largest lead of the night. They hang 31 on the board against the Grizzlies team that allows just 99 a game. Grizzlies offense has been fine. Defense, not locked in yet. 10 by Porzingis, and 3 others with at least 4 points for the Knicks. Minutes complete on Beale Street. The Knicks with a 3-point lead, +5 on the glass. Only 1 Knick turnover, although by all rights there should have been a turnover on that last play. We took a look at the Derek Williams dribble, and it was a clear palming violation. There should have been. But it ends up as a Knick basket, and the Knicks will have it first to start the second with Galloway, Thomas, Williams, Grant, and Serafin.
So Memphis can pick up the energy defense and try to get some deflections, create turnovers. One thing the Knicks do a good job of, they only average 13 turnovers a game. They protect the ball. See if Memphis can ramp up the pace a little bit here.
Williams spots up for 3. Rebound Elliott Williams.
This is a nice unit on the floor for Memphis to try to get up and down, change and see if Jermichael Green can make Serafin run and get something good.
Jeff Green's going to take him to the bucket, flip it up and flip it in. Grizzlies start the period with Barnes, Jeff Green, Jermichael Green, Elliott Williams, and Vince Carter. Jaren Grant. 1 and done for the Knicks. Grizzlies with a chance for the lead here. Jermichael Green posting up, nothing there. 10 to shoot for Jeff Green against Galloway. Repost. Jeff, the turn and gun is in.
And a great job there by Elliott Williams to get it right back to Jeff Green immediately. He throws it out, throw it right back before the defense can react. Jeff Green goes quick, gets another good look.
Williams. Foul called against Matt Barnes, and Vince Carter with that emphatic block.
Showing he still had a little bit of hops and spring left in those legs. I think they get Matt Barnes called for a little bit of a reach there. You see the slide down the arm of Derek Williams as he goes up for that shot attempt.
Knicks not a high volume free throw shooting team. They average 22 attempts. It's 23rd in the NBA. They've already missed 2, which, as you said, they're an 80% shooting team. Best in the NBA. 1 of 2 there. And we are on our 5th tie of the game. We've had 9 lead changes. Game 5 of a 6-game homestand for the Grizzlies, 3-1 to this point. Jeff Green got a look at a 3. It's through for Jeff Green.
2 great first halves, back-to-back for Jeff Green. He's similar to Zach Randolph. When they're in the game, Elliott Williams will pick up a foul there. But when they're guys that pick up, when they get going offensively, it transfers to the other end.
Get a look at Jeff Green. We check in with Rob Fisher.
Well, after being benched in the second half against Houston and then coming off the bench against Detroit, Jeff Green has responded well. Head coach Dave Yeager said he was really good, made extra effort plays, dove out of bounds, gave us an extra possession. Then we got a bucket and got an offensive rebound and put it back in. He was a lot more active. Thought he was a lot better defensively. 16 points against Detroit. 10 came in the second quarter. Already Jeff with 11.
Corner gun by Aflalo, and the rebound tapped out. Nick Ball. Yeah, you could almost have a jump ball off of that.
Exactly.
Second chance opportunity for the Knicks with a fresh 24. Serafin just works underneath and it's blocked by Barnes coming in from behind.
Great help there by Matt.
Green wants it again. 11 off the bench. Tried to look Thomas off. The turn and gun by Jeff is in. And Jeff Green carrying the torch. He's got 13 points on 5 of 7 shooting.
A gifted scorer, and with this unit on the floor, Memphis can continue to play through him on the offensive end.
Grizzlies 4 for 4 in the period. The Knicks have yet to find one from the floor. Another miss. This one by Aflalo.
Said their defensive mojo starts to kick in and make adjustments, see what's happening on the floor. They're doing a good job over here to start the second quarter.
Green against Thomas. 10 to shoot. Backdoor cut. Grizzlies wanted a goaltend. Blocked by Serafin.
Great look there by Jeff, but great recognition and response by Serafin.
And a timeout going to be taken by the Knicks. Grizzlies gave up a 6-point lead. Knicks led at 31-28 after a quarter. But Jeff Green has scored the last 9 for the Grizzlies. And a block by Barnes. Grizzlies defense better here in the second quarter, and Jeff Green on fire. Grizzlies up 5.
Grizzlies up 5 on the Knicks, 8:35 to go in the first half. Monday, a big day here at FedEx Forum. It's the 14th annual MLK Day celebration. Of course, the symposium will precede the game against the Pelicans on Monday. And one of the Sports Legacy Award recipients this year is Hall of Famer, NBA champ, gold medalist Spencer Haywood, who joins me here. Spencer, congratulations on the honor. What's this honor mean for you?
This honor means a lot, you know, coming here from up to Memphis, because I was born in Mississippi, so coming up here to the big time, and also for what Martin Luther King stood for and what it is doing for this city now in terms of like just being around the Grizzlies and seeing how they take care of their community. This is the spirit of Martin Luther King, what the Grizzlies are doing.
In Silver City, Mississippi, I heard you tell a story the other day when it came to fighting civil rights. You saw it happening right in your front yard.
Yeah, I saw it because we was on Highway 49 and we saw the Freedom Riders ride past, and I was like, one of these days, and sure enough, one of those days I went to the Supreme Court and fought for the rights of players, which is civil rights for athletes.
You were certainly a pioneer in the league as well, and really allowed younger players to be eligible to go into the NBA. Did you think even today, this long after that it would still be controversial and a topic of discussion as much as it is?
It's still a topic of discussion. And last week, the NCAA allowing players to come and try out in the NBA and then come back to college, which is a step in the right direction. But I look at both teams, you know, both teams here with all 48 players, they all under my ruling, so I'm like, wow, this is pretty fabulous, you know, pretty good stuff.
Hey, great stuff having you here. Thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to it on Monday. Thanks.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Guys, Spencer Haywood.
Look forward to the symposium on Monday. I'll be hosting again. Look forward to having conversation with him and Tamika Catchings and Jalen Rose. Porzingis is back on the floor and picks up his second foul immediately. Aflalo off Matt Barnes' second foul, dropped in a couple of free throws. Green has scored all 9 Grizzlies points in the period.
He was aggressive the last game versus the Pistons when he came off the bench. No different in this game here tonight. He was calling for the ball, teammates getting him the ball in the right position, taking good shots, being on the attack. has boded well here in the second quarter for the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies 9 of 12 from the free throw line. The situation with Jeff Green, I think everybody ends up being a winner because Jeff was held accountable for poor play. Dave Yeager sat him down. Gives Dave Yeager greater credibility in the locker room for holding somebody responsible, and that three-pointer dropped home by Thomas, his first three-point make of the night. Beg your pardon, it's a long two for Thomas.
And there's also a wake-up call to Jeff Green.
Exactly.
To also let him know that you are going to have to play better because the expectation and what you can do is there.
Green drives at Porzingis, missed it. JaMychal Green trying to follow through the foul. Foul on Calderon.
The only thing here in the second quarter, the effort has picked up for Memphis on the defensive side that has then carried over to the offensive end. They've been able to push the ball, get good shots, and with this smaller unit on the floor, the spacing has been, well, they're getting good looks.
JaMychal Green drops in the first free throw. JaMychal 77% from the line. Williams comes in, and Thomas out with 6 points. 12 points from the Knicks bench, 17 from the Grizzlies bench, 14 of those from Jeff Green. The Grizzlies not helping themselves at the free throw line. They've missed 4. And the way this thing is unfolding, Brevin, I suspect you'll need every point you can get.
You would like to. Memphis lives on those extra points anyway.
Flalo fades, no. Rebound JaMychal. Knicks down to 41% shooting. They have struggled here in the second quarter after getting pretty much anything they wanted in the first. JaMychal Green. Grizzlies only 2 offensive rebounds to this point. Tony Allen is back in. He guards Galloway. Galloway got the step, missed it short. And Barnes got hit in the mouth. Elliott Williams getting a little bit longer run here.
He's doing a better job in this than of Matt Barnes there. It's a 3, no shot call, a screening foul.
JaMychal Green.
Yes, and I think what Elliott has done is stay within himself. He's gotten guys the ball at the right time. Good defense, get the team into the offensive set. Now, if you get a good look, a drive to the basket, be aggressive and take those, but let the game come to you.
Barnes out, Zach Randolph in. Porzingis.
You almost have to defend him with more of a wing-type player and try to force him to have to take the ball inside because when he plays against bigger guys, he's taller, he can shoot the ball with range, and he also has the quickness on the other end.
JaMychal Green, or Jeff Green underneath is fouled as he comes back door. Foul going to be called on Flalo. Lopez is going to come back in for New York. Porzingis, meanwhile, went 5 of 17 against the Nets. He is 5 of 6 tonight. Non-shooting foul. Porzingis is going to come out. He had a sore right shoulder. One of the New York media members asked him if it was from shooting too much. He says, no, it's like Kobe Bryant. It's from passing too much. Grizzlies call for time. They've got the ball and the lead, 39-38. Not quite midway through quarter number 2 in Memphis. 39-38, the Memphis Grizzlies /Sounds. Hello, Grizz girls. With a 1-point lead, cold hard facts brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Grizzlies have forced opponents into 15 or more turnovers in each of its last 15 games. It's the longest active streak in the NBA. And even more impressive, the Grizzlies have had a league-high 30 games with a positive turnover margin, but not tonight. They've committed 3, and the Knicks have only committed 1, and none here in the second quarter.
Well, New York does a good job of moving the basketball, and with Carmelo Anthony being out, and that means more guys involved on the offensive end, and give them credit here early in this game. Good spacing, good job of getting high-quality shots on that end.
Chalmers is in, and Lopez is going to get called for a foul. That'll be 3 on him, guarding Randolph, who is simply trying to get free underneath the basket. 14 fouls on the Knicks in the quarter.
Man, that is Not a smart foul there by Lopez. Forces Coach Fisher to go back to Porzingis. And the reason why he took Porzingis out is because he has to defend Zach Randolph. The physical nature of Zach Randolph on the offensive end. Too much for Porzingis, but on the other end, see, can he exploit his advantage?
A mismatch with JaMychal Green, but they can't get it to him. Being fronted by Calderon. Randolph over Porzingis. Rebound punched out of bounds. Jeff Green took a hard tumble. Getting back to the turnover story, Grizzlies had a streak of 11 straight games with fewer turnovers than the opponent. Then that streak was broken consecutive games against Boston and Houston. Porzingis being hounded by Randolph. Shot clock down to 5. And Williams gets the step, the scoop, the score, and the foul. Derek Williams, former #2 overall pick out of Arizona by Minnesota, never really blossomed there. And now with an opportunity in New York.
I'm going to say a rejuvenated career for Derek Williams. A lot of people didn't know where his career would go. They know he's multi-talented, athletic, but just never was able to show that he can do it on a consistent basis. But this year with New York, he's showing that he's capable of doing that.
Well, in the last 2 games, as you look at Kyle O'Quinn returning, replacing Galloway, so the Knicks size up. Without Carmelo on the floor, he's averaging 23 a game and shooting 57%.
More opportunities. We always say that with guys in this league. When stars go down, that means that other guys have an opportunity to step up and show what they're worth. Derek Williams is showing this New York Knicks organization they made the right decision.
Gasol back on the floor. Porzingis, good anticipation, got the steal. A look ahead to Williams, and he finishes.
He's going to be a star in this league for years to come. Anticipation in the lane, the dribble ability, and then a nice soft pass to Derek Williams for the finish.
Chalmers floater dances out, tap in. Tony Allen got it.
Offensive rebounding opportunities, but you know TA will be around the basket.
Ends a 7-0 Knick run, knocked away nearly. They're trying to post up O'Quinn.
We'll see as this game goes along and see if Memphis starts to put Jeff Green, another good knockaway. See if Memphis starts to put Marc Gasol on Porzingis and put Zach on the opposing big. Here's Tony Allen, always clear space. It's almost like a little Zebo on the offensive glass. Clear space early and did his job.
Flalo hits off the screen. Knicks their largest lead of the night at 45-41. Grizzlies have led it by as many as 6. Have to get out of your head the notion that the Knicks are a bad team. They were horrible a year ago. Gasol with a miss, Williams with a rebound. They're a much better team this year at 20-21.
A lot more competitive. They have better talent this year. Good look there.
And a travel on O'Quinn. Knicks have already surpassed the victory total from a year ago. But look at this by Porzingis. Guard skills and a 7'3" body.
It's in the air. The recognition, first, the pass is a nice pass, but the recognition to know that my teammate is open on the other side, quickly get it to him. That was a veteran place.
Just the second Knick turnover of the night. Jeff Green, not that time. Tony Allen, offensive rebound, took it away from Flalo. Fresh 24 for the Grizzlies. Porzingis stepped out of bounds.
You got to do a better job. If the defender is on the high side with his hand in the pass lane, you got to take a dribble to the baseline and then make that entry pass. The higher you are, the angle is not good enough to get it to the big on the inside.
Chalmers against Calderon. Won't go. Randolph offensive rebound. Zach Randolph doing what he has done for now 15 years in the NBA. A top 49 all-time rebounder.
Now trying to be a first-team all-defender with denying Porzingis.
Calderon forced off the arc. Shot clock down to 5. Works against Jeff Green. O'Quinn hits the long jumper from the baseline. You force the Knicks into the shot that you wanted them to take, and O'Quinn bails the Knicks out with a long jumper from the baseline. Allen against the Flalo on the baseline. TA, no. Rebound Porzingis. That's through the hand of Porzingis. Out of bounds. Grizzlies will get it back on the 3rd Knick turnover. Grizzlies have it back, but they're down 4. The area underneath the basket. No country for the timid. Zach's jersey gets a tug. Division history will be made tomorrow when the first ever UFC title bout comes to Fox Sports 1. Bantamweight champ TJ Dillashaw puts his belt on the line as he takes on former champ and top-ranked contender Dominic Cruz, plus former world champion Anthony Pettis battles Eddie Alvarez. It all begins tomorrow at 6 Central only on Fox Sports 1. Marc Gasol has not scored here in the second quarter, has not played all that long, in fairness to him, but he had 11 in the first quarter. Jeff Green with 10 of his 14 here in the second quarter. They have been the prime offensive weapons for the Grizzlies tonight.
Well, I would expect Memphis to get back to trying to feature Mark or Zach inside. The Knicks come out in a little 2-3 zone.
Tony Allen on a slash, underlaid, and Gasol cleans it up. 10 second chance points for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies have done a better job on the glass. 6 offensive rebounds to just 3 for the Knicks. Grizzlies within 2. Aflalo, Porzingis, O'Quinn, Williams, and Calderon. Aflalo with a turnaround, no. Tap by Porzingis, no. And the rebound to Randolph.
2 minutes.
Randolph over Porzingis.
He has started to knock down that 17-foot jump shot with regularity.
Knicks have hit 5 of their last 6 after a 1-for-8 start to the quarter. Free try, Aflalo is in. Aflalo was not at full speed in the playoff series against the Grizzlies. Just the second Knick three-pointer of the night. Porzingis knocks it out of bounds. Grizzlies will keep. And the Grizzlies got to figure out a better way to get that entry pass executed. Lou Amundsen comes in. Gasol now with 13 and 4 boards.
Yeah, nice jumper there, but as you were saying earlier, you have to improve your angle. Don't be so quick to try to make the pass. Take a quick 1 or 2 dribbles, because you may be able to continue to turn the corner with that defender not being able to cut off the baseline.
Chalmers, yes. Porzingis comes out of the game, and Lou Amundsen, who has been a DNP CD in 10 of the last 11, is getting some playing time here with 60 seconds remaining first half.
Lou Amundsen is one of those players, though, that tend to have good outings against Memphis because of his activity.
Williams crosses over against Tony Allen. Got the step inside. Derek Williams with 10 off the bench.
Impressive move there by Derek Williams, able to use that big body to shield TA.
Averaging just 8.7 points a game. He's got 10 already. Strung together now 3 good games in a row. Gasol against O'Quinn. No double team. Top side. Courtney Lee checked in and traveled.
Courtney Lee, good job. He knew he wanted to make that head fake, get to that dribble, but just a little bit of a shuffle of the feet before putting the ball down.
Got to release the dribble if you're going to move the feet. He did not. And it is the 5th Grizzlies turnover of the night.
Well, Memphis will not be happy with us at this juncture. 50 points, 50 plus scored here in this first half.
Knicks 15 and 3 this season when they score 100 or more. O'Quinn on the attack, and he hits. It's a 5-point Knick lead, their largest of the game. Knicks don't have a foul to give. Shot clock is off. Chalmers. C. Lee for 3. It's through with 1.5. Afflalo got a look. Might have been late anyway. 54-52.
This first unit's going to have to do a better job on the defensive side in the second half.
Yeah, Knicks shooting 51% plus, and only 3 turnovers by the Knicks. And they're outscoring the Grizzlies in the paint. Brevin, it was one of your keys. And the Knicks outdoing the Grizzlies in the paint, and they lead at 54-52 after 24 minutes. Trail at half, 54-52 to the New York Knicks. A few moments ago, our Rob Fisher visited with assistant coach Sean Respert.
Coach, the numbers throughout in that first half are very similar between the two teams, but that doesn't seem to necessarily be what you want here after that first half with the score where it's at.
Well, New York's a team that understands a sense of urgency right now. We have to get, use that to our advantage now, having the ability to play a team that I just think we didn't take them seriously in the first half. And they moved the ball extremely well. We didn't force enough turnovers, and it just gave them a lot of confidence down the stretch. I mean, we have to put our feet down in the paint now and try to make sure we get that ball inside the Mark and Zach. But at the other end, Porzingis did a great job of stretching us out. Again, we take ticky-tack fouls. If we're going to foul up a guy, we got to put him on his back and make sure he understands what the price to pay to come in the paint.
Good luck second half. Thanks, Coach.
Some pretty strong words from Sean Respert. Brevin, this is a Knicks team, and sometimes you think about a team where they were a year ago, and you think, well, it's the Knicks. Well, no, this is a different team. They've had 2 separate 4-game winning streaks. They are a much better team than they were a year ago. To compare them to last year's team, it's not a valid comparison, even though they don't have Carmelo Anthony again tonight.
Well, first off, you saw the old vet in Sean Respert and how he spoke. And that you're going to take fouls, send a message. That is what the old NBA was. The next thing that he talked about is the skill set of Porzingis, and the Grizzlies doing a better job of getting deflection and slowing down the offense of the New York Knicks, which is flowing at a nice pace right now.
Randolph guards Porzingis. Moving screen by Lopez goes uncalled. And Calderon with a spin and a make. A fortuitous bounce for Jose Calderon, and the Knicks back up by 4, 56-52. Knicks 16-4 with a halftime lead. Grizzlies just 3-14 when they trail at halftime.
They talked to Calderon quickly there at halftime. He said he is excited about being able to play with this young team and feels as though he still has years left in his legs.
Gasol, yes.
Let's see if this first unit can do a better job of cohesiveness on the defensive side. The second unit came in and did a good job of getting things right. This first unit has to do a better job throughout the game of getting stops.
Chalmers knocking that out of bounds. Afflalo had a good second quarter. He's got 9, and he's a guy who can light it up. And we also saw Derek Williams coming off the bench with scoring potential. Porzingis got the step against Randolph. Throws up a wild shot. Tony Allen on the advance. Quick look, Gasol finds Randolph. Pretty play by Gasol. He didn't have a good shooting opportunity and found a cutting Randolph to the basket. Randolph now with 13.
Yeah, good job of running the floor. They had an advantage with Porzingis going down. Grizzlies able to capitalize early offense.
Lee digging it away from Lopez. Ball loose and off Gasol. No reset of the shot clock. It remains at 7. Grizzlies never had clear possession.
Yeah, good here. Good tic-tac-toe passing by the Grizzlies. Get Zebo an easy look.
The Grizzlies not winning that 50-50 ball, and the Knicks still with possession. Oh, they're going to reset it.
I don't know who had the ball for the Grizzlies for it to be a reset of the shot clock.
Wow. So the Knicks have a full 24 to work with. Lopez. Gasol knocked it away. 10 now on the 24.
Great defense there by Mark, and good job by the Grizzlies realizing that you don't have to double down with Lopez as Mark takes a little bit of a shot to the chops.
Could have been a fourth foul on Lopez very easily. Shot clock down to 7. Aflalo with a step back over Tony Allen. No. And the rebound, Chalmers. Randolph guarded by Lopez. Porzingis against Gasol. He got the better angle on the entry pass. And Mark, contact. Boy, no call. And Gasol makes, however, he's got a game-high 17.
I like that Mark just played through the contact, wasn't waiting for a call as Calderon gets all the way to the basket. Nice screen out on the interior there by Lopez.
Gasol. Good look, wouldn't go. Boarded by Calderon. Calderon. Just the second miss for Jose Calderon. Oh, Zebo's left open, but that's going to be off the mark.
A little bit of hesitation there by Zebo, I think, got him off stride with that jumper.
Deep position by Lopez. 12 lead changes, 8 ties. The largest lead by either side, 6 by the Grizzlies. Gasol in rhythm. He was headed back the other way. He knew that was going down.
And again, Mark came out aggressive to start the game. And here in this third quarter, again, aggressive nature is what this team needs.
Gasol with 19. Grizzlies this season 6-3 when he goes for 20 plus. Aflalo, Porzingis forced off the arc into Gasol. He stayed vertical. It's a turnover, and the Grizzlies have a 3-on-2. Tony Allen, the pitch out. Chalmers for 3. Bingo! Chalmers rings the bell from downtown. Timeout, Knicks.
Great break. Nice flare out by Mario Chalmers to get his feet set. And TA with a perfect pass.
Chalmers in the last 5 shooting 36% from beyond the arc. Rio with the trio capping off an 11-4 Memphis run. Time now for a bucket chart. It's presented by your hometown KFC. Marc Gasol. He's favored the left side of the floor and right around the rim.
Well, he favors the left side of the floor because he likes that right-hand move to the middle. If you take away the right-hand move, then he gets to spin back to the baseline. And it has been, since the outset of this game, he has been in an offensive mode, and he has to continue to be aggressive as long as the New York Knicks do not double team. Keep the basketball, show patience. Once they do double, Grizzlies have to do a good job of spacing, move the ball around, and get good shots. But when they have disengaged Marc Gasol offensively, you continue to feed him.
9 of 14 for Gasol. The Grizzlies have won 15 of the last 18, in which he has gone for 20 plus. He's got 19 at the moment. Lopez against Gasol, 5 to shoot. Gasol blocks it, and a shot clock violation.
And again, Memphis, a great job of when the ball goes into Robin Lopez. No need to double team. It is now, don't allow any clean cuts to the basket. No screens that gives them good looks on the outside. All the other defenders tighten down. Marc Gasol, great one-on-one defense.
Yeah, I'm not sure Derek Fisher just wants to throw it into Lopez and have 4 guys stand around. Chalmers in traffic on the pitch out. Tony Allen on a crossover. Randolph comes up with a loose ball, throws it up. Wow, the hands of Zach Randolph to somehow find a way to grab that ball when it went to the floor.
Number one is you better be ready for physical basketball. First off, Aflalo there is not able to get it, but Zebo I talk about how he's able to hold off with one hand and then use the big paw to go down and corral the basketball. Does it again there to get to the free throw line.
Fourth foul on Lopez. 4 fouls in 11 minutes. Randolph came into tonight's ball game needing 43 to pass Andre Miller for 101st all-time. He's already the 8th all-time leading scorer among left-handers who have played in the NBA. Zach, 1 of 2.
Good, Mario, good.
14 for Randolph. Whether he starts or comes off the bench, Zach averages 14 a game. Flalo on the attack, and Porzingis comes up firing from the perimeter, and Porzingis has been spot on. 6 of 9 shooting for the rookie.
Yeah, good look and good drive there by Flalo. Sucks Zach Randolph inside to take away the dump down to Lopez, which leaves Porzingis wide open.
Gasol going to go at Porzingis. Fade away, rimming in.
Until they go and double team, continue to go to the basket. Continue to be an offensive weapon for Memphis.
21 for Gasol. He guards Porzingis. Porzingis crosses over and hits again.
You said it, I think, in the first half. He's a guard and a big man's body.
Yeah.
And different than Dirk Nowitzki. I'm tired of people saying he's the next Dirk Nowitzki. He's not. He's more athletic than Dirk. He is not a dead-eye shooter like Dirk is. He is a scorer with the same size, but he's bigger than Dirk was.
Gasol on the drive. Lost it out of bounds. Nick Ball. Well, Porzingis is a 42% shooter, but he is shooting 70% tonight.
Well, you see the handles there. It goes to the crossover, the pull-up, jump shot. And that's a good contest by Marc Gasol.
That's one where you tip your cap and say, nice shot, young fella.
You have skills.
I mean, 3 years in the Spanish League, and he's 20 now in his rookie NBA season. So
he's played against good talent.
Yes.
He just has not played the amount of minutes that he has played. He's already eclipsed the amount of minutes he played in the entire Spanish League season.
And Kyle O'Quinn is 3 of 4, 7 off the bench in relief of Lopez, and the Knicks have tied it for the 10th time tonight. 13 lead changes 10 times.
Sean Resper said he gave his team confidence early. That's why they are able to continue to play this way here late.
Tony Allen on a slash, tried to bring it to Randolph and instead threw it out of bounds. Grizzlies just 7 turnovers, but the Knicks have even fewer with 5.
I get Courtney Lee involved on the offensive end, and I think once the Knicks start to double team is when you'll be able to do that.
Porzingis called for the travel. Trying to avoid Gasol.
Second time here in this third quarter that Mark has stepped up, made himself big, and forced the turnover that time from Porzingis. A bad shot a couple possessions ago with good defense.
Chalmers around the screen has a clean look and shot it a foot too far. Run out for Galloway in transition, and he hits. Knicks shooting 52%. After they shot just 45% against Brooklyn. They've made their last 4. Gasol, that's too strong. Randolph had the first look at it. Fresh clock for the Grizzlies. Gasol thought about it. Randolph over O'Quinn. Knicks, primarily a perimeter team, but they have made their chances in that area of the game. Foul on Chalmers.
Foul number 6, Mario Chalmers.
Non-shooting.
Second person.
Second on Rio. Elliott Williams will return for the Grizzlies.
Checking back in for the Grizzlies, Elliott Williams.
I thought Elliott did a good job in his first stint with that second unit of pushing the ball, getting this team set up into the offensive sets that they want, and see if he can do the same here and get this team into their early offense.
O'Quinn, he's hit a couple of perimeter jumpers. Galloway spots up for 3, not there. And Williams with a rebound in traffic. Grizzlies actually +4 on the glass after a very poor rebounding first quarter.
Who's Porzingis guarding?
Gasol, yes.
Until they stop it, continue to run it.
10 in the quarter for Gasol. Calderon wants the screen from Porzingis. Porzingis misses the three.
That was good defense there all around by Memphis.
Boy, you just can't throw a pass like that. Careless pass by Tony Allen. Porzingis is unlike any player you'll see. His length, and the Grizzlies turn it over.
Dennis said it all the entire first half. Because of his length, you have to improve your angles of throwing the ball into the post. Here, Marc Gasol gets it. I don't know why Kyle Quinn backs up so far and has his hands down. Mark, one of the best shooting bigs in the game.
Porzingis will come out. Lou Amundsen is back in. Porzingis has played 22 minutes. The average is 28 a game.
Let's remember, he's still a rookie, having to do a lot of things, and the foul steps on the sideline.
Timeout on the floor, 2:57 for the third. Grizzlies have it. It is 68 all time. Grizzlies trying to make sure the basket still works. 68 all. It has been a very physical game. And speaking of physical, the superstars of WWE return to action in Memphis at FedEx Forum. WWE SmackDown returns on Tuesday, February the 2nd, 7 o'clock bell time. Tickets start at just $15. They're on sale now at all the Ticketmaster locations. Ticketmaster.com, the FedEx Forum box office, or by phone at 1-800-745-3000. Flying in off the top rope, Rob Fisher.
Oh, always off the top rope, Pete. Last 6 games, Marc Gasol shooting just 34%, but he is still attempting a lot of shots, 15.3 field goal attempts per game. He said after the game against Detroit, I'm definitely not fatigued, nor do I want any minutes restriction. There are people that sit and take a rest. I'm just not made that way. It's against everything that I believe. I've got to play through things. I'll keep chipping away and hopefully can get a good enough feeling in my body where I feel good. Well, he looks great tonight. 23 points, 11 in the first, 10 here in the third, 11 of 18 from the field.
Jeff Green short with that. Derek Williams with a rebound. Grizzlies with Gasol, Lee Barnes, Jeff Green, and Elliott Williams. It's Galloway, Thomas, Williams, Grant, and Amundsen for the New York Knicks. Trying to get to 500. Grizzlies trying to get to 4 games above 500. Grant with a runner, missed it badly. Rebound filters out to Matt Barnes.
That was this part of this unit, this second unit, that got it going for Memphis, which was scoring, but it got consecutive stops in a row for them to take control in that first half.
Gasol against Amundsen, and Amundsen guilty of the foul. Just the second Knick foul of the period. Amundsen has played for 10 teams now. The record is 12, which is held by Chucky Brown, Jim Jackson, and Tony Nesson.
I was going to say, my boy Chisel had to be in there, my old Memphis Grizzlies teammate.
Lee with a pull-up. Yes.
Talked about they had to involve Courtney Lee at some point. And now, with Zach Randolph being out the game, a little more space, one big inside, Courtney Lee will have those screen down jump shot opportunities.
And Jeff Green, who had the big second quarter, back on the floor. Galloway goes behind the back. 3 try is in by Thomas again.
A good flare screen set by Amundsen, and Marc Gasol couldn't call out to Jeff Green. He was helping. That's what allowed Thomas to get that clean look.
41% from beyond the arc is Lance Thomas. Gasol battling for position with Amundsen. Gasol contact and the hoop. Holy cow, what a shot by Gasol.
It's in the NBA. It becomes really easy offense when you got a guy rolling. Just get him the basketball and scoring areas on the floor. That's what Memphis has done in the first quarter with Marc Gasol, and here in the third quarter, continuing to feed the hot hand.
Amundsen reached. Gasol came up through the arm, drew the contact, and converts the three-point play to push the Grizzlies in front 73-71. This is one of those games, Brevin, the first team to blink is going to take an L.
Yeah, the first team that can come up with 3 or 4 consecutive stops with scores on the other end will have control.
Grant, Amundsen, Williams with a strong baseline move, lost it against the defense of Gasol. Barnes, see Lee. Crowd wanted to explode if that one had gone down.
Yeah, but a great look there by Matt Barnes.
Amundsen, back door. Galloway comes up with a loose ball.
Another time the ball just bounces the Knicks' way for an easy shot.
Green against Thomas. Can't get an angle. Now they do to get it to Gasol. Gasol against Amundsen. Turn and gun by Mark. No. Rebound Galloway. Knicks with a chance for the lead. Shot clock is off. Grizzlies do have a foul to give. Grant puts his head down in traffic. No. Rebound Gasol, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Big third quarter for Marc Gasol. 13 of his 26 in the quarter. Grizzlies, who trailed it by 2 at the break, have squared it at 73 after 3. Where Grizzlies 0-1 when tied through 3. Knicks are 1-1 when tied through 3. Grizzlies have it first to start the fourth. Williams, Barnes, along with Jeff Green, Gasol, and Courtney Lee. Grizzlies need to find another offensive option. Gasol's been fabulous, but you can get somebody else to get the hot hand. There's a nice step through. Barnes. Contact and no foul call. First shot attempt for Barnes on the night. Thomas misses. Williams weak side rebound. Misfires and Gasol the rebound. Barnes nearly lost it. Grizzlies a chance for the lead. Gasol in rhythm. Yes! It looked good and it danced around before it settled through. 75-73.
The reason why others haven't been involved is because that man right there, as Jeff Green knocks it out, has had it stuck on automatic here in the second half. And as long as the Knicks do not force him to make a pass, well, Mark, you continue to shoot the ball. Has a hot hand, 13 for 21, 28 points tonight.
Set a career high as Galloway misses, but gets his own miss. Now Williams for 3. Whoa, nearly broke the backboard. Gasol set a new career high with 38 in that big comeback win at New Orleans. Skip pass, Elliott Williams passed on the 3. Step back 2 by Williams.
I'll take that shot. He had a good stint early. You gotta allow a guy to at least have a little bit of a rhythm as a travel there on Galloway. A little bit of offensive freedom. He made a good move, a nice mid-range jump shot that just didn't go down.
Now Flalo will return to the lineup. He'll get Galloway, so it's Thomas, O'Quinn, Williams, Aflalo, and Jaren Grant.
Memphis can get a 6 to 8 point lead here before having to put the starters back in.
Williams drew the foul. Non-shooting, says Brent Barnaky.
Foul number 13, Jaren Grant.
First foul on Grant.
New York's first team foul.
Tony Allen will return. He's going to get Courtney Lee.
For the Grizzlies, Tony Allen.
What TA did a good job of when he played with this unit was offensive rebounds, keeping the ball alive on the glass. See if he can do the same thing.
Jeff Green with 10 of his 14 in the second quarter. Gasol, pump fake, and the two-handed throwdown. 30 for Gasol. His third 30-point game of the season.
Man, I love seeing when the big fella just wants to take over a game. He has taken over this game from the outset.
Thomas on the deck, lost it, ball to the floor, and O'Quinn comes up with it. How many loose balls has New York come up with and scored? That is the second delay of game call against the Knicks. It's a technical foul. I was not aware of an earlier call against New York, so a free throw coming for the Grizzlies here.
Yeah, they had one earlier where Aflalo kicked the basketball after a foul was called. That was the first one, the second one here, but Marc Gasol has been terrific here. And you talk about 50-50 balls. The reason why the Knicks are still around in this game is because they continue to come up with those.
Gasol with 18 of the Grizzlies' 26 points in the second half.
All-star level play here tonight by Marc Gasol.
To shoot. Williams. Gasol against O'Quinn. Single coverage. Gasol will turn and gun and miss it. But the Grizzlies did not understand. The ball did not hit the rim, and they turn it over on a shot clock violation.
I'm sorry, you take a dead ball. It's a dead ball turnover. They did a good job of hustling to get it so they can still set up their half-court defense. So when they come up with another big stop.
Knicks own wins over Houston and New Orleans of the Southwest Division. Shot clock down to 4. Grant thinking about it. Throws up an off-balance shot. That'll be a shot clock violation on New York. Elliott Williams would not bite on the pump fake by Grant.
Great job. He understood that the clock was running down. I'll elevate when you elevate. Stay down. Great defense there by Memphis.
And a rookie mistake by Jaren Grant, who had a spectacular career at Notre Dame. Drafted by Washington, got traded to Atlanta, and then to the New York Knicks.
And I think another young player, though, with a nice upside for this Knicks team.
I think the future's very bright for New York. Jeff Green with a runner, banks it in. And the Grizzlies a 5-point advantage now at 80-75. And the Grizzlies plant their feet here defensively. Thomas, Jeff Green closes out on him. O'Quinn, and Gasol takes the foul. O'Quinn, 2 free throws coming with 8:36 remaining in the fourth. Second foul on Gasol. Foul problems not an issue, with the exception of Robin Lopez for the Knicks, who has 4. O'Quinn to the line when we come back. Gasol the slap down and called for his second.
Martin Luther King Jr. To encourage African Americans to register to vote, Martin Luther King Jr. joined the Memphis to Jackson March Against Fear.
MLK Day, of course, is on Monday. Join us at 11:30 for the MLK Day Sports Legacy Symposium presented by the Hyde Family Foundation. Our Sports Legacy Award recipients Jalen Rose, Spencer Haywood, and Tamika Catchings in conversation. After the Grizzlies game, stick around for the High School Classic presented by Ashley Furniture, East High School of Memphis, Haywood High School of Brownsville. Admission to both events free with your game ticket. Those can be had at Grizzlies.com, 901-888-HOOP, or the FedEx Forum box office.
Well, partner, we talked about it on our keys with paint points. And tonight, Memphis only has 24 points in the paint, 12 for 28 in that fashion. But from the perimeter, 20 for 33 from the field from Memphis. A lot of that, Marc Gasol, Zach Randolph knocking down shots. A good perimeter game tonight for Memphis.
And a good overall game for Kyle O'Quinn. He's got 11 after making both free throws. Gasol against O'Quinn. Elliott Williams finds Gasol. That hook won't get there. Tony Allen offensive rebound. Fresh clock. Gasol in traffic. Gets hit hard across the face by O'Quinn. They will take a look at it. It's a shot to the head. And again, many times we have seen contact to the head and neck area called a flagrant foul, because part of the criteria is the severity of the contact, whether there was a windup or follow through, and the potential for injury.
See, I'm being quiet part. I'm going to wait until they say whatever it is. His elbow definitely gets him across the face, nose area as he comes down. So I can understand if they do give it a flagrant one.
It is a flagrant foul, penalty 1. It's a big call because now you've got 2 free throws for Gasol, and the Grizzlies have possession with a 3-point lead. So Kyle O'Quinn, flagrant foul, penalty 1, unnecessary contact. Unnecessary and excessive is flagrant penalty 2.
I think we had a incident where I texted you. I was watching the game. I think it was a Golden State Warriors game where one of the players from the Warriors grabbed a guy around the face. It might have been Iguodala or Livingston. And they went reviewed it, and they did not call it a flagrant foul. And I remember, like, hold on, partner, I thought if you hit somebody in the face, even if you didn't mean to do it, that it should be an automatic flagrant 1 foul. That's why I am quiet when the fouls happen at this juncture, because you just don't know.
Yeah, usually contact, particularly if it's not a regular basketball play. But yeah, usually contact to the head and neck area, and with player safety being a primary concern, a lot of times it will be called a flagrant foul.
But just to cap that, I don't think Kyle O'Quinn came down to intentionally hurt Marc Gasol.
No, but it is a shot to the head. 3 by Green comes up as an air ball. Lopez and Porzingis back in. Grizzlies the 5-point lead. Calderon. Tony Allen got his hand in there, and a punch ahead by Jeff Green to TA for the slam. Oh, what a pretty play. Combination defensively between Jeff Green and Tony Allen, and the Grizzlies have their largest lead of the game at 84-77.
Back-to-back games of great hustle and effort by Jeff Green. Good tap ahead to Tony Allen. He's been finishing with those dunks on the other end.
Aflalo. Green won't bite on the pump fake. Shot clock down to 4. Lopez goes to the spin, throws it up and in at the expiration of the shot clock.
That was great deep. You'll live with Lopez having to swing a left hand half hook over 2 defenders with the clock running down. Tip your hat, but that was a good defensive effort there by Memphis.
Mario Chalmers getting a nice long rest. Elliot Williams has done a good job. Grizzlies trying to get some movement here to get the ball to Gasol. 6 to shoot. Williams, he will step out and try for 3. It's through! Elliot Williams with a big-time 3-point make.
I'm really happy for Elliot because he had to learn the hard way. Run the team first. Your offense is secondary. Well, there he steps out and knows that he has the ability to knock him down.
Calderon, short with the 3. Rebound in the corner. Gathered in by Gasol. His 7th rebound of the game to go along with a game-high 33. Grizzlies will call for time. 6-16 for the game. And the Grizzlies have extended to an 8-point lead. Elliot Williams, who is a primetime scorer for Santa Cruz of the D-League, where he averaged 28 a game and shot 36% from distance. He makes that one to push the Grizzlies lead to 8. Always starts on the defensive end, and this was a gem.
Oh, this is great. It starts with, of course, the grandfather, but then Jeff Green, nice layout to tap it away to TA, and he has been finishing with authority lately.
Grizzlies with 11 points off of 10 Knicks turnovers, 10 fast break points for the Grizzlies. Elliot Williams with that 3-point make. He's at 18 minutes tonight. He remains on the floor with Tony Allen, Matt Barnes, Marc Gasol, and Jeff Green.
The other thing that this unit has done with those turnovers, 4 turnovers forced for 6 points here in this 4th quarter.
Grizzlies have turned up the defense. Gasol against Lopez. No single coverage. Now the double comes. Gasol's got to get out of the lane. Shot clock down to 5. The repost. Gasol. Good again!
But they start the offense early enough that he can start to make a move, throws it out on a lollipop pass, but still has enough time to fire it back to him and take a rhythm shot.
Starting 5 back in for Derek Fisher and the Knicks. And Tony Allen the foul guarding Aflalo. Second team foul on the Grizzlies. Knicks have 2 as well. Third personal on Tony.
When you think about it, Tony Allen, one of the greatest players in our game, Kobe Bryant said the guy he's toughest to play against is Tony Allen. Well, Tony has played against the triangle, understands that Aflalo, if he catches on that elbow, becomes a threat to shoot without dribbling. He's trying to force him further off of the floor to not get those good looks.
Green guards Porzingis. Shot clock down to 3. Calderon. Leaner. No. Missed the rim. Shot clock violation.
You see the difference with being able to guard Porzingis with a Jeff Green instead of a Zach Randolph. When Porzingis puts it on the floor, Jeff can stay with him with his lateral quickness, didn't allow that drive to the basket.
Grizzlies had the big lead against Detroit and it slipped away because Detroit found the range from 3. The Knicks just 3 of 13 from long range. Shot clock at 10. Green. Pass intended for Barnes. Knocked out by Galloway. 7 to shoot for the Grizz.
I like what Elliott Williams has done, but expect to see Mario Chalmers here sooner than later because you need to execute down the stretch.
Like you said, here comes Mario. So Elliott Williams gets 19 minutes and Chalmers has only played 24. He logged 42 in the victory over Detroit.
Let's say how much of a teammate Tony Allen is. As Elliott Williams is going off the floor, he is encouraging the crowd to give him a standing ovation.
Chalmers the throwback. Gasol. Lopez boards. Well, Dave Yeager told me in our pregame conversation that the chemistry, and you understand that 3 games above 500 is not where the Grizzlies really want to be. Nearly a steal by Allen. Says the chemistry has been fantastic. Foul on Barnes before Porzingis made his move. Third foul on Barnes, third foul on the Grizzlies.
And that's huge when you go through struggling times because you need to be able to depend on your brothers to pull you through in tough times. Marc Gasol, he was struggling to shoot the ball. His teammates didn't go away from him. They kept feeding him until he got himself back in rhythm.
Porzingis for 3, around and out. Rebound Tony Allen. The one thing about this Grizzlies team, through their struggles, they have not fractured, they have not unraveled. There have been obviously some down parts. Green misfires the 3. That's tapped out, I think, by Aflalo. It is, and the Grizzlies get it back.
Now down the stretch, Memphis wants to continue to throw the ball inside first. Let Marc Gasol touch it on the interior. You see clearly out on the Aflalo. Let him touch it inside and then make plays off of that.
Tough place to inbound from that corner.
If I'm not mistaken, Marcus played this entire second half.
Yes, I'm sure that's the case.
Illegal!
Chalmers saves the possession. Gasol. Barnes offensive rebound. Got to let it go. Got the rim. Rebound Chalmers. Goes back up. Flips it up and in. Mario Chalmers forces a Knick timeout.
How about the veteranship there of Mario Chalmers? Almost like a Steve Smith move as he's going out. Reverses right back for the lay-in.
An 11-2 run and the Grizzlies up a dozen. 91-79. Grizzlies making that happen with offensive rebounds. They've had 12 tonight. Fourth quarter. No doubt about the Bass Pro Shops trophy game. Goes to Big Spain tonight. 35 with 7 boards. Brevin, you scored 35 with only 5 made free throws. You've had a hot night shooting from the floor.
And he's done it a lot with one-on-one coverage. The New York Knicks have not allowed him to be a facilitator. They made him one-dimensional in his game. And to see, would he be aggressive enough to take shot after shot? Well, the big fella has come to play tonight. No rest for the weary. Big Spain is going to work.
And he says, I don't want any minute restrictions. He's played a game high 37.
Should finish out with a game high 41 or 42. by the end of this.
Calderon sets up Galloway for three, rimming, no. Rebound Barnes. Knicks 2 for 11 here in the fourth.
And again, this bench unit, guys mixing in with the starters, have done a great job in this fourth quarter of shutting down the Knicks on the offensive end.
Gasol this time against Porzingis, 8 to shoot. Soft double, fade, no. Rebound, Barnes. Another offensive rebound. Rio for three, it's through. Rio with the trio, and the Grizzlies lead is 15.
It's nice to see us be on the nice end of an offensive rebound, kick out for the three. Too many times, it's the opponent with those looks.
18 second chance points for the Grizzlies. Lob for Porzingis, defended by Barnes. And Porzingis will go to the line. And they're going to check to see if this is a flagrant foul.
For what? He grabs his arm. I mean, that's why I say I just go quiet in these situations.
Barnes was making a basketball play trying to defend the lob.
I wonder if reputation has anything to do with, we got to go look at this.
I mean, he's trying to defend. He comes through the arms and makes contact with the head of Porzingis.
So that's why I say, again, it's
We're
like
not
it can go,
guess.
exactly, it can go either way.
Curtis Blair says to Brent Barnagy, I want you to take a look at it. Again, even though the replay center is involved in queuing up the replays, the decision for this call, this type of call, is made by the on-court officials. It's a flagrant foul, penalty one.
After the review of the last play, flagrant one.
I'm at an absolute loss with this flagrant stuff, man. It's almost it's like borderline ridiculous with this flagrant one. It's like you almost gotta just let guys shoot the ball. Like, you go to the basket, don't give a hard foul. Give a soft foul so you give them the option of getting a three-point play. It's ridiculous.
Porzingis hits the first. He'll get one more, and the Knicks with possession of the basketball.
Hey, Scott.
Porzingis misses. So he's got 17. That was his first miss from the line. Calderon comes out. Jaren Grant returns for the Knicks as we check in with Rob Fisher.
Well, guys, the boards have been huge for the Grizzlies tonight. Since being out-rebounded 13-8 in the first quarter, they've out-rebounded the Knicks 33-19, including 10-6 this quarter. 5 offensive rebounds in the second quarter, 5 offensive rebounds this quarter with 7 second chance points. They also had 5 offensive rebounds in the second quarter. Boards have been big.
Yeah, Grizzlies average about 10 offensive rebounds and 11.5 second chance points. They have dominated that area tonight. Aflalo. Chalmers called for the foul. Second foul on Chalmers. Aflalo to the free throw line. Aflalo averaging 14 a game.
Foul number 6.
And one thing that Memphis has to do on the offensive, realize that this game is not over. Still enough time for the Knicks to get back in, execute, continue to play through Mark on the low post, Chalmers and pick and roll situations. Also, Jeff Green being able to play in some dribble handoff situations.
At this point, if you're the Grizzlies, you just ignore the scoreboard. Green, bullet pass through the hands of Tony Allen, but Barnes is there to backstop it. Matt will try for three. Aflalo a three in transition. In and out. Long pass. Tony Allen lays it in.
Touchdown! Hey, partner, I'm going to say this is for you. That Aaron Rodgers, a bad man, throws it deep for the lay-in.
When was the last time a Kansas quarterback threw a pass like that?
I can't even tell you. I couldn't even come up with a name for you, partner.
Chalmers with his 8th assist of the game. A beauty to a cutting Tony Allen. Chalmers lets it fly. enjoying a 14-point Grizzlies lead. And a reminder, the music legend Barry Manilow is bringing his one last time tour to FedEx Forum on Wednesday, February the 10th. This will mark his first return to Memphis since 2002. Tickets on sale now at all Ticketmaster locations, Ticketmaster.com, the FedEx Forum box office, or you can get them by phone at 1-800-745-3000.
Look at
A
that.
strike from Chalmers.
And my best friend texted me there during the timeout. He was not happy with how excited we were. He's a diehard Knicks fan. I tell Damian I'm a diehard Grizzlies fan now.
O'Quinn. Grant. Corner three put down by Sasha Vujacic, who checks in for exactly that reason, to make three-point baskets. It's an 11-point game with 2 remaining.
And you don't want to overreact to dribble drives of the Knicks. Don't let them get back in this game quickly with
Lob for Green! Oh, baby, what a play!
woo-hoo-woo. Jeff Green went upstairs for that one.
98-85. By the way, they're going to check the Vujacic three. It was ruled a 3 on the floor. Galloway. O'Quinn. And I'd see if Ron Garretts is going to stop the game at this point to check on that three-point shot. But yeah, Jeff Green, that was spectacular. 18 from Jeff.
Those are the type plays that he can make. And especially in this lineup, Marc Gasol is out on the floor. That means that there is nobody around the basket. Jeff with a very nice basket cut.
It was a 3. This is the value of having the replay center. They had it queued up, and they just
didn't do it right away.
They just relayed to Ron Garretts, and it's a made 3.
Well, here's the thing about we talked after that first quarter that Memphis will pick up their defensive energy. They gave up 31 points in the first quarter, 23 in the second, 19 in the third, and here in the fourth working on another low-scoring quarter.
Chalmers, little show and go in traffic, finds Gasol, but he misses. O'Quinn the rebound and Gasol the foul, and the Grizzlies are over the limit. Third on Gasol, Grizzlies over the limit. O'Quinn to the free throw line where he is 3 of 4 tonight. He had not scored, Kyle O'Quinn had not scored in his last 3 appearances, but he's put up 13. His high this season is 14 at Portland. They have needed him because Robin Lopez has given the Knicks virtually nothing.
They've been in foul trouble the entire night. And O'Quinn has done a good job coming in and trying to be a spark for this team.
Gasol comes out. Elliott Williams and Jermichael Green come in. Big night for Big Spain.
I like that second half, 9 for 19 in the second half. And why do I say that? It's because we've had many games where Mark has come out to strong starts, but as the game has gone along, faded. He didn't fade in any quarter in this game.
15 made field goals, a career high. It's a 9-point game with 1 minute remaining. Grizzlies melting the clock. Elliott Williams. Barnes trying to get the rebound. 48 seconds.
Another good shot, and they took the entire shot clock to get that one off, which works to the Grizzlies' advantage.
Galloway hits the 3, and it's a 6-point game. This thing is not over by a long shot.
It's not over at all, but Memphis just has to execute here, get a good shot. The Knicks will foul to prolong the game.
Well, they had to foul because that's their first in the last 2 minutes.
Well, defensively, you just have to know, close out to the all the way to the three-point line. You don't mind if you get a drive to the basket for the Knicks.
And another foul taken. It's going to be Elliott Williams to the free throw line. He shot 79% in the D-League this year with the Santa Cruz Warriors.
Man, if he makes one of these two, makes it a 3-possession game, it makes it a tougher time for the Knicks to come back. But you got to make your free throws.
Yep. Knicks as a team 5 of 18 from 3. Galloway has 1, Porzingis has 1, Aflalo has 1. And Elliott makes that one. It's a 3-possession game, 99-92. Full timeout taken by the New York Knicks. That will leave them with just a 20-second timeout. The ball game was tied through 3 quarters at 73, but the Grizzlies have put together a strong 4th period. This iconic place enters a new era, now, forever. The Daytona 500 this February 21st. Tickets are on sale now at Daytona500.com. Great American Race getting a makeover. February 21st, they'll drop the green flag. All right, Brevin, Grizzlies lead it by 7.
First off, you want no three-pointers. Do not give a straight line drive to the basket. If a drive goes to the basket, if you're going to foul, make sure you make it a hard foul so that they go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
But not flagrant.
But not do not hit them anywhere near the head. Don't touch the hair, nothing.
Grizzlies defend with Chalmers, Barnes, Williams, JaMychal Green, and Jeff Green. Vujicic, Williams, Galloway, Grant, and O'Quinn. And a lob quickly. And nearly a steal. And they're going to review whose possession this is. It's a 5-point game. If this review reveals it's Knick ball.
It was a nice play by the Knicks to throw. You know, there is no basket interference when throwing it from out of bounds. So they throw the ball into the cylinder. Nobody's able to jump with Derek Williams. A quick 2 points there, and then we'll get an opportunity to see what happens. See, out of bounds, Vujicic throws the ball. The ball's in the cylinder, but it doesn't matter. There's no offensive goaltending at that juncture, and he puts it in, and then carelessly throwing the ball in bounds without going to it. Hopefully that this stays off of the Knicks. I was a little bit, I thought Tony Allen at least would have been on the floor in that last defensive possession, just to give you another quick guy to run around on the floor. Let's see what happens here.
Call on the floor from Ron Gerritsen was Grizzlies basketball. And checking with the replay center in Secaucus. Knicks have a 20-second timeout. The Grizzlies have a full and 2 20s. This call, unlike a flagrant foul call, this call is actually being made in Secaucus.
This is a big call.
It's a huge call.
And if the Grizzlies get the basketball, you expect if you would expect for them to just get it down. See the dunk there by Williams. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. It's a close one there, partner.
Jump ball.
And I think what they're going to call here is a jump ball. Off of Grant and Barnes simultaneously.
Man, the only thing is now your jump ball, I wonder is if the jump ball will go here at the free throw line in front of the Knicks basket, or will it be at half court? Because if it's at half court, now it gives you a chance to set up. It's longer for the Knicks to go. If it's at the free throw line, then you're on their offensive end.
It's at the free throw circle. So Gasol will come back in to take the jump ball.
Well, Tony Allen is back in the game also.
Could it be any 2 players, or no? It's got to be Barnes and Grant.
Anybody can jump ball,
okay,
but nobody that just subbed into the game
can jump. Because they were going to bring Porzingis in. In any event, it's going to be Barnes jumping against Grant.
Still would have put Porzingis in the game if I'm the Knicks, just for the length to catch the ball on the jump ball, and he gives you another option to the 3-point line. Right now, O'Quinn is not a 3-point shooter.
Barnes taps it, Chalmers taps it, Barnes has it, and he's fouled by Derek Williams. Barnes has not scored tonight. He does have 8 rebounds. Only Tony Allen has more for the Grizzlies. He has 9. Langston Galloway, by the way, a double-double with 11 rebounds. That's his first double-double of the season.
Said if they were able to win the tap, it was going to come down to making free throws. Matt Barnes knocks that one down. It would be nice to get another one down to make it a 3-possession game again.
And again, the Knicks only have a 20-second timeout.
The Grizzlies have to match up, though. Talk out who you have right now.
Barnes 80%, hits both. 7-point lead. Galloway for 3. No. Williams, blocked by Gasol. Oh, and they call the foul. Fourth on Gasol.
Listen, when all 3 officials blow their whistle, I am going to tend to believe that they know what they're talking about.
It's absolutely
and
correct.
And they called it correctly there.
Yep, it's absolutely correct. And Williams, a 76% free throw shooter.
You have to be aware of the second shot here to make sure that the Knicks don't intentionally miss. So everybody be on your P's and Q's, get your box out assignments. When the ball goes up on the rim, secure the rebound.
And Grizzlies have plenty of timeouts. Missed it. Rebound Gasol, fouled by Vujacic.
Foul by number 18, Sasha Vujacic. First personal.
You get knock down these 2 free throws. I'm waiting for
those 3 magic words.
Those 3 words, baby. I just had to count them out, Rich Rob. I didn't know if I was going to do them all or just the 3 important ones.
Gasol 5 of 6 from the line.
I know Marc Gasol has the big numbers in this game, but I think it was another total team effort
It was.
here tonight.
Hammer, nail, coffin. This baby is over. Grizzlies lead it by 8. Get out of their way right now. Grant for 3, boarded by Barnes. And the Grizzlies will improve to 4 games above 500 for the first time this season as they win it over a very stubborn Knicks team playing without their leading scorer in Carmelo Anthony. 103-95 is your final. Marc Gasol 1 point shy of tying his career high. 37 and 8 boards for Big Spain. As the Grizzlies took control of this game in the 4th quarter. And Kristaps Porzingis was held to 1 point in the 4th quarter and 5 in the second half after he gouged the Grizzlies for 12 in the first half.